They did a brilliant job. Okay, so I'm sitting. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of streaming television. I don't watch terrestrial TV or cable, that sort of thing. My wife does. Sandra does. And she had a show on. I came home after baseball, I think it was, and she had a show on, and she was watching something, and then the commercial came on. And I swear to God, I wasn't paying attention. I had my phone on. I wasn't watching her thing. I was like, playing a game. I don't even know what I was doing. But I was in the room with her, and then this ad comes on.
Legacy in a glass. Crafted for moments worth savoring. An unforgettable story told with every pore. Exceptionally smooth, perfectly refined, and
it's only $5.99 for 6 at IKEA. So affordable.
And holy crap, it's an IKEA ad. I didn't pay attention. It was so kind of everyday ad, like this is everybody's ad for whiskey, right? And all of a sudden you get that Swedish voice that breaks through that very clean and nice presentation, and it goes, and it's only, I can't do the accent, that's terrible, right? And it's only $5.99, so affordable, right? And I was like, damn IKEA, damn you, because you're IKEA. I do not expect this yes, you have some fun ads, but I did not expect this ad from you. And it reminded me of the Tide ad, last year's Super Bowl Tide ad, where they made every ad an IKEA ad. And I was so happy. That's it.
It's interesting. We get 3,000 ads a day hitting us. And yes, we're ad guys, so we pay more attention to ads. But it's amazing when one can cut through the clutter and you can actually remember when you saw it.
Right.
So that ad, I had a similar experience. Watching hockey, advertisements come on, I go into the kitchen. Now I can kind of see the TV from my kitchen, and I'm sort of getting a few things done. And this ad came on, and it actually caught my attention. Now I'm also a whiskey guy. The ad did catch my attention before the ending, and then when the ending hit, I was like, "Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me!" Like just like the counter, like just that whole, as you said, when that voice comes through, just cuts right through everything.
And here's my favorite part is when you watch it the second time. Now again, my ears are up, and yes, I'm an ad guy, so I'm really focused on, I want to watch it again. And I didn't go to YouTube. I didn't go find it right away. I ended up naturally watching it again, probably in that same night on TV. And when you listen to the description of how they make whiskey, how this guy was making whiskey, we listen to the description before you realize that it's actually a description of the glass. They did a brilliant job skating between those two things. You do not know.
You don't realize it. You actually think it's an ad for the whiskey.
100%. Even the second time, you're going like, yes, all those things make perfect sense for whiskey. Now, listen, we also have that unfair advantage. Daniel Whittington, he runs a whiskey school down there at the academy. And so we've got all these all these words in our head that we know that are tied to whiskey. And they use those words against us, which is awesome. Wielded it like a friggin' sword, and then slashed us with a goddamn IKEA. Listen, IKEA is no slouch. They last year in 2024, they did 45 billion euros of business.
Yeah, which is like 90 some odd $billion, and yeah,
right. Like
that's big.
They're not a slouch. Everybody knows them, and they've had this character now, this Swedish voiceover actor, for a long time.
Yes,
and they barely used him in this, and it cut like a knife through the ad, and you know exactly who they are. And I cannot tell you how happy I was that they had a second ad. Watch this one.
Minimal. Not basic. Simple. Not ordinary. A classic that goes with everything. Always comfortable. Always in style.
Yeah, so stylish. And it's only $45 from IKEA.
again. Is this a dancer? Is she a model? Like, talking about the cleanliness and the ease of things and the minimalist features. And I was like, is it because she's wearing a tank top? Was it the jeans? I was not expecting the ad. My favorite part is that they ran the whiskey one. They finished running the whiskey one, then they started running this one, which I think was a smart move. Otherwise, I think you could have seen it earlier. But it wasn't like you're running these back to back, and all of a sudden you get hit with chair for only $34 or whatever it was. And I'm like, holy crap, you did it to me twice. And I hate that because I'm an ad guy and I should be able to see this, and I couldn't see it coming. Goddamn, congratulations, IKEA and the advertising agency for IKEA. Very well done.
And let's face it, this idea's got legs. Like, it'll be interesting to see what
There's
they do
three
with it
so
next.
far. I didn't grab the third one. I actually didn't like the third one as much, so it's probably why I didn't bring it up. Because it wasn't a direct. They didn't actually show off the item in the third one. I think it was sheets for the third one, and they had this flowing dress thing. It was wrapped, and it was a little too ethereal for it to hit the exact same way. But they've done three, so yes, I'm looking like you said. I'm looking forward to seeing how far they take it.
And I wonder, because for both of them, it caught certainly for the first one, caught my attention while I was doing something else.
Yes.
And I wonder if what happened, because let's face it, the brain works on especially when it comes to auditory, works on so many levels.
Yes.
I wonder if part of what caught my attention was the fact that visually it looked like a whiskey ad, where the auditory to it was a glass ad. And I wonder if that juxtaposition is what actually made my brain go, what the hell's going on here? You better pay attention.
Yeah, this doesn't quite fit. This is that
This
third
doesn't
gravitating
quite fit.
body.
And what we know is
Yeah.
when there's things that fit but don't fit idea, that is very attention grabbing. And I wonder if that subtlety is what, because I was the same. I was doing something different and it got my attention. You were doing something different and it got your attention.
Exactly.
And I wonder if that's the reason, that subtlety is the reason why.
You know what? That's brilliant. I never thought about that, because when I watched it for like the third and fourth time, because again, I really watched to make sure I can talk to you guys appropriately here. When I watched it for the last couple of times, it's too quick to be a good whiskey ad. Like the cuts and the commentary is too quick to be a great whiskey ad. That actually should be a little slower. And I was like, okay, I can see how this is an IKEA ad from the beginning now. Now I've got, repetition in my brain and everything else. But the cuts were just really quick. There was too many cuts to make it truly what those whiskey ads have been created. So yes, I can see your point, actually, that this might have just been this thing where it was two things that were really so close but not quite right. Oh yeah, dude, that's brilliant. I like that. Great observation.
I just wonder. I like, again, it's one of those things you'd never be able to prove or disprove. But what we know is when you create ads that have a little bit of that disconnected feel, and it's funny because so many times we'll have advertisers go, oh, it feels a little bit disconnected. And it's like, yes,
Yeah,
because that's what gets often the attention.
and I really liked, there was one thing that happened on both ads that I really liked at the end. So it breaks through with Swedish guy, and he's doing his voiceover, and the whiskey dude goes, He's listening to the announcer, and you saw his facial expression change, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is a good glass." You can see it. And then in the chair ad, she reaches down and she strokes the back of it. Like during that thing, she's like, "Oh yeah, this is a good chair." Like it was awesome, subtle. Like again, subtle, and you don't see it the first time. You watch it a couple times, all of a sudden you notice these kind of small little cues. So mystery right through the whole thing. I say mystery, misdirection. It's not mystery, it's misdirection. Right. You have no idea what's going on. And again, we talk about a lot. Most small and medium-sized businesses are like, you got to get our name up in the first 3 seconds of the ad, and you got to tell all of our stuff. And these buried, it's a glass ad. Buried, and it's not a glass ad. It's an ad for IKEA, just to remind you guys, hey, we're the world's largest furniture and home appliances store, so come and see us. But, you can't shake a stick at an empire like that, because they're just so good.
Here's a really important point, is and we do this for many of our customers. We'll do, in the concept we call it is a feature item, where you pick an item and you advertise the item. So many advertisers want to go, hey, we got 1,000, we got this, they want their ad to advertise everything. And when you advertise everything, it just is boring, dull, whatnot.
Yes.
Your point is correct. It's not about the glass. What it is telling the world is we have glass, we have kitchen items, and we've got really cool, great stuff at an inexpensive price. Whether I'm interested in the glass or something else, I've told the world, and where most people will go, hey, we have things at affordable prices. Well, shut up. We have chairs at $49. We have glasses at $6 for $5.99. That is a powerful message.
That's right.
Don't use platitudes and try to advertise everything. Take an item, advertise it well, and it hits broader than just that glass.
It hits. Wait, listen. I'm gonna say that this recording's a little long. I want to really sum this up, but this is a great point you bring up. Me coming up as an ad writer and working with you and Mick Torbay and Gary, when I was early writing ads, I would be writing an ad and you would say, Matthew, that's a great ad. It's actually not. It's actually a terrible ad. It's a great 3 ads, or it's a great 2 ads. And you would tell me, no, I'm like I remember clear as bell. You go, that's a great ad if you split it into this part stays here, this part stays here. Now they're strong. When I go back and rewrote them, I was like, damn it. Like way stronger, way better, way more powerful, and way more sticky. Right? It's why we call this show the Sticky Sales Stories. It's because we tell these stories and they stick to us like these caught our attention out of nowhere. It stuck to us, and now we're talking about it here. That's the power of really good single-minded advertising. And so I'm glad you brought that up, and I wanted to hammer it home. But it was a lesson I had to learn. I had learned it, unfortunately, multiple times. I didn't learn it quickly, and so yes, no, this was great. Thank you so much for humoring me on this one. IKEA, great job. Agency for IKEA, even better job. And yeah, guys, keep following us because we got another one coming up very soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Matthew.
Thank you, buddy.